morning and welcome to Kina Reads. I am Kina. This is my husband Charles, and he is joining me for a 12-month series on marriage. We're going to have a conversation. I'm a little under the weather, and so forgive us for that. But anyway, we've been married 13 years, or it will be 13 years in February. So we figured we have a little bit of wisdom when it comes to marriage and the good and bad of it, at least for 13 years. Um, and a different type of perspective, given that we're from different cultures, as to the dynamics of some marriages. So we wanted to talk about that. Um, Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Um, I'm Charles. I'm Kina's husband. I'm originally from Zambia. Zambia is a country in southern part of Africa. So, um, yes, we've been married for 13 years, and I live here with my wife and son in the country. That's a little bit.
He, he mentioned that he's from Zambia, and I'm originally from Houston, Texas. We both live in Florida, near family, in the countryside, and that too all plays into the dynamics of marriage. Um, I hope you all can hear me. So, in any way, I want to be looking down a lot because I have notes on the phone. So we have a few different topics that we want to talk about. Feel free to comment below. Keep the comments positive. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with what we say. It just means that your dialogue should be positive and not disrespectful. Okay? But feel free to comment below. Feel free to like the video. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us in each and every one of the videos that are going to be coming up in the series. Um, so, how we met. Let's talk about how we met. Um, and the reason I bring up how we met is because I'm wondering if how we met is now becoming a traditional avenue for dating. Charles and I met online dating, and we were engaged within 3 months, married 6 months after. Very fast courtship. Uh, he met my family and everything really, really fast. So, and that was over 13 years ago. Um, and when online dating wasn't really as popular, it was definitely gaining steam and people did it, but it wasn't as popular. Now it seems like it's everywhere. It has become a normal way of meeting people. And even AP News, which is the Associated Press, said that there are over 7,000 dating sites worldwide, and 2,500 of them are in the United States. So, is online dating becoming a traditional way to meet people, or is it still like taboo?
Online dating is pretty much becoming mainstream, especially here in the United States and Europe. Where I come from in Zambia, people they meet on online too. It's not as mainstream as it is here in the United States, but it's catching momentum, and I think it's becoming more normal, so to speak. But there are people still, who don't see it as there are people who don't see it as you know, the best way to meet. But it's catching on steam, and I think now it's not looked at the way it was looked at 20 years ago.
That's understandable. For as much as internet dating has gained a lot of traction, I'm not 100% sure it's like we could consider it traditional now. Um, I still think probably the most likely way to meet someone would end up being face to face, um, by accident or accidentally on purpose. Um, in the library or at a bar or whatever. Um, Family events where you meet friends of family and things like that. Um, I just think that it does open up, though, another way for people to meet, and those who are adventurous enough, and those who are, you know, not scared about the process. Go ahead and try it. I mean, to me, it's just like blind dating, where you meet somebody you don't know, somebody sets you up, and you don't know anything about them other than what your friend said. Actually, it's even better than that because at least you talk to the person online a few times. The only problem is if the person is lying to you on the other end. But even in real life, reality, social media is real life actually. Um, but even in face to face, people can just lie to you. So I think a lot of times people have concerns about being deceived, but you can be deceived in person. Con men and women have been around way before social media ever even existed. So if someone's going to con you, they're going to con you. That's just who they are. You can't. It didn't stop you from dating in the libraries and the bars and the churches. So don't let it stop you from dating online.
Yeah,
That
that's so
makes sense.
true. Man, you can meet the wrong person anywhere. Online, uh, marketplace, at the library, in church, pretty much anywhere. So you got to be careful, both online and in person. So yes, before I met my wife, I met all sorts of people, both in person and online, and not all of them turned out well, both physical interactions and online. So it's it just depends on who you run into and just how careful you are at doing the due diligence to find, just make sure that they are what you're looking for, or that they are not lying to you or trying to dupe you or something.
How do you think one would, whether it's online or in person, how does one really try to figure out if the person is being real and authentic with them?
There are a lot of signs, I think, both online and in person. They are regular, normal things that people do. So you try to interact with them a lot, ask questions, not an interrogation, but just questions like getting to know somebody, and we pick up the craft from there. You look at the consistency of what they're saying, what they do, um, you know, their behavior pattern when they talk to you and when they don't talk to you. They can learn a lot of things from that. Same way we do when we're meeting people physically. So it's a lot you can tell. You can learn a great deal about um, people we meet online. Well, a lot of a great deal just by paying attention and following conversations closely. So
Right, which means don't get trapped into the beautiful words that people are saying and really ask questions. I think people are afraid to ask questions. If you're looking for a longer term relationship, you need to ask questions.
Baby, tell me how you really feel. That is all I wanna hear. Nifunika chape muduze.